on the list that come across. Because the ferry was so small, it just took too long, 2-3 weeks to wait sometimes. Or else they came up late fall, one of the last boats up, got everything done and wait for the ice to freeze over, to get the ice, the water to freeze over. And then they could take her across and up the White River. So that was the way they moved out west. A lot of people, so west of here, those families came through here. Get back to the boat, came back up here, came here in August of '56. Worked through about October into November. We were able to move a lot of people across. It wintered here, and you know where Spence Park is. You know, Spence is right next to Riverside. It's a very small little park. That was the landing. Now, I have a picture of one of the later ferries, the Warsaw, which I think is fairly close to the same size as the Honeymoon, at the ferry dock right there. That would have been where that ferry would have been, in about the same location. In spring and March, down through the river. By the way, that was the main channel. It wasn't on the other side or on the middle river. That was the main channel, right alongside, across the shore. Ice floe came down through, got a hold of that boat, and put one heck of a hole in the hull of it. And it sunk in less than a minute. They tried to bring it up 3 times. That's a complete boat sitting down there. It's very rare. When the War Eagle burnt, they brought it up the next day, took off all this machinery and let it sink. The machinery was the expensive part of the boat. They needed, if it was usable, they were going to use it. So the War Eagle engines, everything, all that came out of that. And they would have done the same thing with this boat, but they never could get it up. Johnny Smoker that's down there actually sunk down river a little ways at Picayune Island. Same type of situation that they wintered on the shallow side of the island during the winter. Because it's shallow, that ice should not get thick. But the problem happened there, the water rose, the ice thickened, and it crushed the hull. When the owner went down in spring to get the boat, he found the decks awash. So he decided that he was not going to deal with it. He came back across. It still was a very popular boat. He had no problem selling it in the condition it was. So the new owner went down there, put a barge on both sides of that, and he put straps underneath and winched it up all the sand. Brought it down with those barge pulley. Got it down the Spence line, pulled it up on the shore to see how much damage it was done. Too much. It would be cheaper to build a new boat than the train ferry. So they took off all the machinery, shut it back down in the water. That's it. So you got the Alice, the Honeyoy, and the Smoker, all down in about the same area, within the block, State Street, West Street, not far out into the water. And you can picture that first bathroom going into the park on the right. That's probably about over 4 boats.
There's a lot of car bodies down there too.
That I have is correct. The water, and actually, I think that's probably it, because I think it into the trains, there's 7 different railroads coming in here. 4 major ones.
The Green Bay and Sioux City that went on East Avenue?
Yes.
Is that the name of it? And how many trains
did
did?
at the end of Green Bay Street, right at Mormon Cooley Road. And there's a hotel there too.
The depot was where?
At Green Bay Street and Mormon Cooley. But they call it Mormon Cooley Road then, we call it South Avenue today.
Right.
Okay. But at that time, when the 3rd and 4th made the bends, that was Mormon Cooley.
So where were the other train stations?
Yeah, train station moved. Northwestern. Who's familiar with Northwestern?
Where the new jail is.
Exactly, right where the new jail is. One of Hickson's, his brother-in-law, had a very nice home built down alongside there, probably between Badger and Pine. And he sold that to the railroad, and he got good money for it. I don't have any pictures of that home, but actually it was the third one. The first one was actually in the yards, it would have been just west of the Rose Street Viaduct. Not Rose Street, Mill Street, just west of that. Then they built the one on the river, where the War Eagle went down. Then they built the Cameron House, that's second in line. And what they did when that burned down is it went back to the first one. It was still there, and they used that for a period of time. Well, the argument was with the city that they wanted more people built without it being a Union Station. And they were actually looking downtown for that as well. One of the plans had the railroads coming in underground and having the station on Ferry Street, on Pearl Street, between 3rd and 4th. You would go down to the train. There's a subway. I don't think they thought too far, and I think they tried it. This probably never went to get something but light. It doesn't last a long time.
Didn't they build this train station? I don't know, on Granddad's Bluff at one time.
That was Burlington. And the first Burlington was where the old station is today.
That's what I thought. I remember when I was a kid, I lived down there. And
Well, actually, where the old station is still open, there is actually the second one. The first one, we've got a picture of that, and it looks like a great deal. It's like a two-story place, and it almost looks like it might be even for a hotel, but it looks rickety. We had the southeastern, the other Burlington one right down 2nd Street. But that was the southeastern station again. Southeastern has taken over and it's gone. Same thing with the southern Minnesota that had taken over. Southeastern only went the road.
One of the Burlington built all by the country club.
That was, I'm thinking the 30s, early 30s, but I don't hold me to that. It's been so long since I looked at the information. I found one picture of the interior. Sorry to say in black and white. Remember the fireplace with the burl from it? I got a picture of that. But it's black and white, it's not color. And that's in the old Burlington roof pamphlet. So it's big about pencil. It's surprising what is out there. So, yeah. So any questions otherwise?
The one on the end of Rubley Street on the north side?
That's would be the second Burlington. Then the third would have been the little Granddad's.
When did they stop using that one?
They stopped using it, well, it was the 30s and the one little Granddad. They were still using it. That was still their.
I used it till Amtrak, but
Yeah.
after the passenger trains left on the Burlington routes in '71, that was the last time we used that capacity. I think they tore it down.
No, it's still there.
The one on the end of Rubley is a beautiful two-story.
But the one down the block.
Oh, yeah, down by the bus, yeah, right. When the passengers were gone, that was no longer needed. And the neighborhood did not want that there to begin with, so there was a promise that when it was no longer needed, it would be torn down, which I'm very unhappy about. I'd love to have seen that. That was a beautiful building. It was, and you could see it being used with the golfers or something such.
There were pictures inside that train station. Remember that? There was pictures of the bluffs. Bluffs right there, and that was right there. Yeah, big murals. I can still remember.
Is that all dredged in one?
That was dredged in 1909 when we started working for it. It took about 3 years to dredge it. Just a little bit below that. You still had a set of tracks. Well, actually, Front Street, but the Front Street's moved. You realize that's moved some. But there were buildings on the front, on the side. And probably behind those belonged to the building. And the main reason they had them so that they had their own cottage behind there. They had